Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Change of location, but got my Datsun here. It's finally the first time in a while the weather's been good enough. We're gonna go ahead and start working on it. The objective with the Datsun is to get it up and running and going. I need to use this as a flip card to get a bigger project on the way, but obstacle getting us to, oh my gosh, the biggest obstacle for running is that there is no wiring harness. So I've got the wiring harness over here. We just need to go through, reinstall it, figure out where everything goes, and then from there it should be a piece of cake. But let's get to it. So you can probably see I have this end here, which I believe is going to go inside the car, go hook up to an ECU, go over a grommet, go through a firewall, and then everything else will be engine bay. So our only real problem is going to be if he chopped the harness out or if he actually unplugged everything. But either way, we're just going to get going, see how far we can get today, and we'll go from there. Okay, so reinstalling a wiring harness that I didn't take off is going to be tricky. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from one end, get it in, and then start working my way forward. So as you can tell, that's the grommet through the firewall. I need to place it a little bit better, but I have two connections on this side of the car. It sure looks like that's the first one. So this should supply power to the rest of the car. I'll plug it in once I got two hands. Maybe I can do this. This might be a little easier. Yeah, let's do that. So first connection, just like so. Then we have a great big connector. I'm going to say that goes to the ECU. Does that go there? Or there? Not sure. But thankfully I've got the ECU here. Just looking at this, it looks like, put this up out of the way. I want to say it's going to sit in here like this. I think that's how that bolts up. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's how that goes. Side of here. It's going to attach like so. Okay. I don't know if you guys even saw that. We'll pull the gong through later. Now that I've got a good starting point down there, the strategy here now is just going to be kind of run the wiring harness roughly where it needs to go, and then everything should kind of line up. So it kind of looks like it branches off into two parts. That part there, and that part all the way out to there. This, just based on these connectors, this looks like my injectors. fuel sensors, and probably a ground or two. But yeah, we'll just keep grinding away and see what we get. Okay, my bad. This doesn't actually go here. It goes down the side like so, because this is your mass airflow sensor, and that's got to go up there. So, like I said, just take it one at a time, figure out where everything goes, and everything should just click up nicely, little by little. Okay, so got this harness up and over, and that probably needs to come back underneath. So yeah, either way, I got 6 little injector connectors. They're all black. I've got these 2 here that look like injector connectors. I was trying to figure out where they go. It looks like they go up here in the front. They are actually coolant temperature sensors, which is interesting. But learned that today. Okay, this big harness actually does run along the back of the engine. Slowly looking things up little by little. I've actually found this diagram in the back of the car. It's been a pretty big help. It's got everything laid out, colors and routing. Well, not routing, I gotta figure out the routing myself, but I can go through it and look at it, and you'll see like this connector here, blue red and blue white, that is my washer motor. So that needs to run back to this connector here. So that will probably come back. I don't know what these are, but I do know that 6-pin right there goes to the wiper motor. So little by little we're getting there. Okay, time for me to dip for the day, but I'm gonna go ahead and run you through what I got figured out, what I did. I have all of this ran pretty much where it needs to go. This will go down here. This is all my alternator stuff. Alternator, oil pressure, other sensors. I've got my starter wired in. I need to tighten that down. Battery cables are right about where they need to go. I've got this fuse box in and figured out. Relays are bypassed. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. Don't know what those go to. I'll look that up later. That's all plugged in. This is kind of just tucked to the side till I figure out what it is. I've got my headlights, turn signals in. And all the other wiring harness run over to where it needs to be. But so far we are cruising along at a good speed. Pretty happy with how far I got today. We will pick it up again in the next couple of days. Welcome back. It's another day. It is a colder day. Probably tell by the weather we are about to get rained on, so we're gonna try and knock out as much as we can today. This here is Kate. He's here to help me. Hi. Just gonna keep going on the wiring harness and we'll go from there. These 2 I believe are grounds, but I do not know where they go. So I'll leave those for a minute.
diagrams really have designated spots? Because I thought you just attach them to the body.
They either attached to the body, and it's raining.
Right now?
It's right now.
Oh, yep.
Gosh, dang
and
it.
it's starting to come down pretty good.
That was fast.
That was dang fast. These are the wiring diagrams.
Yep. Okay, well,
Is your car watertight?
I think so.
Let's hope so.
Okay, it's coming down now. We're out of here. That was fast. Snow stopped. We're back. Got to get the rest of the wires run. I need to figure out where those go. I figured out how this box mounts. It's going to mount something like that. Alternator's all wired in. Oil pressure's all wired in. Starter's all wired in. That chunk of wires goes inside the cab. I will need to wire the inside of there. But we are very close and getting closer. So, see you guys in a minute. Okay. Engine bay is pretty well there. I think it's to the point I could try and start it once I get all the stuff on the interior dialed in. So the biggest thing is this side that comes in from the engine bay needs to get plugged in. It looks like he chopped this plug off, which I will need to rewire there, but not a huge deal, just 7 little connections. And I believe this loom will plug into here. This is all going to be like interior buttons and switches and stuff. But yeah, take a minute, repair that harness, get everything plugged in, and we should be moving right along. Okay, that is wiring in, hooked up, hung out of the way. I don't know what those go to. This is all going to run up to the center console that I will install later when I put carpet down. Everything looks like it's plugged in and nice. So I need to find a battery, and I think we can attempt to start this. Alright, well, it has gotten cold and muddy enough. I think I'm ready to go back inside. So, I'll go ahead and edit this, make this a video. Coming up next, we're going to attempt to start it, so I think we're there. Stay tuned, we'll have the Datsun up and going here in just a bit. Thanks for watching.